Oh wow, this is dangerous. Water and electricity, they're not a good mix, mate. Have a look at this, mate. There's a burst water main and it's trying to put a hole in the ceiling. Wow! Well, there's a burst water main flooding out the ceiling here, and I'm hoping this ceiling does not collapse on me. Guys, we're at a hotel in a restaurant and we need to make our way up into the ceiling and find out what's going on. Got the old portable stairway. Let's climb the ladder and have a look inside the ceiling. Oh, mate, you can already hear something going on. Wow, there's a burst water main in here, and look at the electrical cables. This is not ideal. This is just dangerous. Wow, this ceiling is so waterlogged. And have a look at this, guys. It's making its way through into the kitchen down below here. And this water is absolutely flooding the place out. Well, let's jump in this ceiling together and try and find where the leak is. Well, I can hear it. I can't see it though. I don't know, can you guys see it? Because I can't. We need some light in here. So the restaurant's in busy trade right now and we've got to get this sorted ASAP or they're in a lot of trouble. Wait a second. There it is, right there. Can you see it, guys? I'll zoom in. You can see the copper pipe has sprung a pinhole near that T-piece. Let's get some tools out. Alright, we've got some tools and some copper pipe in the roof. Let's work some magic now. So we're going to have to look for a valve inside the ceiling space that's going to isolate this copper water main. But first I'll get you a nice close-up of this. Boy oh boy, have a look at this, guys. It's starting to spray a hole in the roof. Well, we got one thing to do now, and that's look for an isolation valve to turn off this copper water main. Surely there's an isolation valve in the roof space. I mean, I can't see one, but there's going to have to be one here somewhere. What about down here somewhere? Oh, mate, power and water. You know, not a good mix. Not a good mix whatsoever. We got to trace this copper water main back until we find an isolation valve. Oh mate, this is dangerous. We really got to get out of here and find an isolation valve. There must be something outside the building. Let's go down the ladder and have a good look. What's going on over here? No luck here. But let's keep looking. We won't give up, guys. Alright, so the maintenance manager at the hotel said he had a hunch, and we're going off a hunch here. He reckons above this room here, there's a valve, just up there. How on earth are we getting up there? Let's get the ladder and jump up. Alright, put the camera down for a second. Oh, I'm using some muscles I never knew I had. Alright. And we're up on top of the hot water system, mate. Wow. And let's climb up here now. Oh. All right. Oh, there's a bit of a drop down here, mate. I'm a little bit scared of heights, but that's all good. Let's look for this valve. Is it over there? Oh, a bit short of space here, aren't we? How am I going to get through? There's the valve there. Right there. Right there, can you see it? How am I going to get to this? Reach over. All right. Oh, there we are. Nearly. Oh, mate, this is the most awkward location, but we got it. Let's get back up in the roof. All right, it sounds like that valve did isolate the water. Let's go and have a look. It's still leaking, but that's okay, mate, because we haven't drained the water out of this water main. So we need to go find some taps downstairs and open them up, let all the water out. But look at the damage that this has caused. All this insulation above is soaking wet. All right, let's go drain the line downstairs. So we'll leave this tap in the open position and this will drain all the water out of that water main in the ceiling, and then we can work on it. And Bob's your mother's brother. No more leaking, guys. All right, so that's where the leak is, and we'll cut the copper further back there. We've got to cut this T out. We'll cut it about there, and then about there, and replace that section with brand new copper, mate. I'll just check the rest of this copper to make sure it's A-OK, and it's looking good. That's nice and clean copper. Sometimes it starts to corrode in these older buildings, mate. And hang on a second, look at that! Look at that! That's a prime example of corroded copper. That there is ready to give way and burst, guys. So, oh wow, there's more! There's more! We got to replace all of this. Wow, this could only be days or weeks from just bursting. Wow! We'll cut the copper there and we'll join on to this fresh piece of copper. So, looks like they've had issues in the past. We'll replace all this copper and we'll replace that T that we already discussed. We'll cut it there and there. Let's just cut some copper, guys! And just like that, that's the first cut. Let's keep going. I'm having so much fun. Alright, so we've got all sides of the T cut, but we need to try and slide this pipe out, but we've got to undo this clip before we can do any of that, mate. Alright, so the pipe should be loose enough now for us to slide this old pipe out and start getting some new pipe in, mate. Now guys, I wasn't sure about making this second YouTube channel. I just wasn't sure if you'd like it. You know, if this video gets 5,000 likes, I reckon I've achieved my goal and I'm going to make another video. But in the comments below, let me know, should I continue or is this just going to be a one-hit wonder channel? Alright, now we've got this copper pipe out. Can you see where that little pinhole was? Well, just take me undies off here, guys, because I want to wipe this pipe down just so that we can see where the pinhole was. We'll give it a little wipe. Alright, can you see it, guys? Right there! Alright, let's replace this copper pipe and get the water back on to this hotel. And I'll just pop my undies on as well. There we are. Alright, so we're going to make a complete replica of this bit of copper pipe. Easy peasy lemon squeezy, mate. Bobby's your mother's brother. Mate, we've got this one sorted, and I had so much fun doing it. It's something about plumbing. I love to turn up to a job, do a bit of problem solving, do a bit of repair work, and then just say to the customer, Bob's your mother's brother, we got this one sorted, and putting a smile on their dial. Let's go turn the water on. Alright, let's get to this valve. We'll turn the water on and hopefully the water main doesn't explode. Oh mate, they couldn't have put it in a more awkward spot. I can't reach. There we are. Now I'm just going to gently and slowly fill up this copper water main because boy oh boy, if we were to turn it on full blast, it'd cause pinholes in the older copper, mate. Alright mate, we're back in the roof and look at this. There's no leaks, mate. How good? Guys, thanks so much for watching my first video. I really appreciate ya.